Join me as I dive deep into the debate and challenge myself to find out once and for all, which is better for our health, plant or animal protein. The debate over protein sources has been gaining momentum, with many of us wondering which is superior for our health and nutrition. One side argues that plant protein is the way to go, while the other side swears by animal protein. But how do we make sense of it all? Many of us have been faced with the dilemma of choosing between plant and animal proteins, and it's easy to get confused. Do I stick to traditional animal sources like meat, dairy, and eggs, or do I opt for plant-based alternatives like beans, lentils, and tofu? And what about the misconceptions surrounding each option? For instance, some people believe that plant protein is incomplete and lacks essential amino acids, while others think that animal protein is too high in saturated fat and cholesterol. Then there are the dietary concerns. What about vegans, vegetarians, and flexitarians who have specific dietary restrictions? If you're like me, you've probably found yourself scrolling through social media and seeing contradictory information about protein sources. One day, you're told that a plant-based diet is the key to optimal health, and the next, you're warned about the dangers of relying solely on animal protein. It's enough to drive anyone crazy. But what does the science say? Are there any real differences between plant and animal proteins that we should be aware of? And what are the implications for our health? Let's take a closer look at the nutritional profiles of both plant and animal proteins. When we break it down, we see that animal protein typically contains all 9 essential amino acids that our bodies can't produce on its own. This makes it a complete protein source. On the flip side, plant protein often lacks one or more of these essential amino acids, making it an incomplete protein source. However, this doesn't mean that plant protein is inferior, it just means we need to be a bit more mindful of combining it with other foods to ensure we're getting all the necessary amino acids. Another important factor to consider is digestibility. Animal protein tends to be more easily absorbed by the body, whereas plant protein can be lower in digestibility. This is because plant protein often contains fiber, phytates, and other compounds that can inhibit protein absorption. But what does this mean for our health? Does it matter that animal protein is more easily absorbed, or can our bodies still benefit from plant protein? As we delve deeper into the science, we start to uncover some fascinating insights. For instance, studies have shown that plant-based diets tend to be higher in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, while being lower in saturated fat and cholesterol. On the other hand, animal protein has been linked to higher levels of certain nutrients like vitamin B12 and omega-3 fatty acids. So, which one is better? Well, it's not that simple. The latest scientific findings suggest that both plant and animal proteins have their merits and drawbacks. While animal protein may be more easily absorbed, plant protein has been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties and promote a healthier gut microbiome. The key, it seems, is balance and variety. By incorporating both plant and animal proteins into our diets, we can reap the benefits of each while minimizing the potential risks. So, what's the takeaway? Both plant and animal proteins can be part of a healthy diet, and it's not necessarily a question of which one is better. Instead, it's about being mindful of our individual needs, dietary restrictions, and nutritional goals. Whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, or flexitarian, the most important thing is to be informed and make choices that work for you. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of protein sources. If you've got a personal experience with plant or animal protein that you'd like to share, drop a comment below. And if you're curious to learn more about nutrition and healthy eating, be sure to check out my next video on debunking common nutrition myths.